just for here, we're back to a new Loud House video, and we are back with a new reviewing of my favorite Loud House episodes. And this is another one that I enjoy. And yeah, it starts with Lan coming home and smelling cookies, which Lola says that they're not for family. And yeah, Lincoln and Clyde are making cookies, and she gets a taste test, and they're wondering what's it for. And Lincoln and Clyde are going to be being shown around at middle school, at Len's school. And yeah, this is before the whole scold episode, where they first going to middle school and making these cards, Clink and McCloud BFFs. And yeah, Len, of how this may work for other schools, but this is like the jungle. If you're not prepared, you'll be eaten alive. And yeah, they go to the middle school and are saying these maps, which is like rule number 1: don't act like a total noob. And talking about this kid, keeps telling these stories of this kid that on the first day of middle school, which gets down to these stairs, and didn't make it out until the end of the day, which they're like, don't be noobs. And then Clyde sees this girl and is like, I would pull out the chair for you, but clears his throat and saying that it's attached. And then, yeah, Len being aggressive, saying that to back off and that Clyde saw it first, and takes the chair. Like, yeah, being aggressive. And on choosing the desk. And then talks about the same kid that chose the wrong desk and got stuck in it. And they had to call the school cook. Which, yeah, making it very creepy as well. Especially a close-up that they get on the mouth with the peanut butter. And, yeah, don't get stuck with crummy desk, as they write. And then they end up in the science area and end up getting worms everywhere. And Lincoln's trying to apologize to them. And then she tells Lincoln and Clyde to never own up on an apology of a mistake. And, yeah, saying the kid being made fun of a nickname. And, yeah, them writing it down. Which then Len brings these subs with Lincoln and Clyde making these aggressive faces. And then Len says that they're going to have to now, Lincoln and Clyde are going to have to now go solo for the rest of the day. And, yeah, they're having to go to the art department. But they can't remember which way it is. Which, yeah, Lincoln pulls out the map, but Clyde reminds them to not be a noob. And then they hear the bell rings, and the doors are closing, which then this kid is wondering if they're lost, and Clyde is like, we're not falling for one of your pranks. And then they see these different photos, which they think is an art department, but no. Oh, what is that room exactly? But they have this, I've seen these kind of rooms before, like in cartoons, like The Simpsons has something like this, where they have this different light while having this photography like room. Exactly. And yeah, this girl is telling them of how they ruined a whole month's work, and that she'll see them after school and made her at the blacktop at 3 where they're gonna fight. And then yeah, Lincoln and Clyde get their desk, and then we see Mr. Bullhoffner, which, yeah, is later on, you know, especially in the scold episode, Lincoln's teacher. And yeah, gets these kids in trouble, and they're like, meet us at the blacktop at 3. And then they're wondering of how they have so many enemies when they don't even go to the school yet. And yeah, the gym teacher says that they are going to be watching a movie instead, which Lincoln and Clyde are like, we can't mess this up. And they end up messing it up anyway and causing this mess, which the gym teacher is wondering who's responsible. But of course, Lincoln and Clyde are not owing it up. And then the kids are like, meet us at the blacktop, and they're like, we know, meet us on the blacktop at 3 o'clock. And then when the bell rings, Lynn sees Lincoln and Clyde heading towards the kids that they're making mad, which then she's wondering of what's going on. And then she's telling them that she didn't want what happened to her. And yeah, it's revealed that the kid in the story that all the things were happening to was actually Lynn on her first day of middle school. All the different things that happened was with Lynn. And she thought if she would make Lincoln and Clyde act like tough and give these different advices that it wouldn't happen to them. And yeah, they end up beating themselves up as well. Was they all laugh and say that they weren't going to beat them up. They just wanted them to sweat. Which yeah, Lincoln said that this was his third shirt of the day, having pit stains. And yeah, eating the cookies that they made. And yeah, telling Lynn that her brother and his friend is alright. Which yeah, she agrees, saying that they are, aren't they? Yeah, really good episode I enjoy. Yeah, I'd like to know what y'all think. Get to the next one.